Hello, your ninja ma'am is here. Finally. So, two things happened today. First, the session got delayed for the reasons you all know, and secondly, now I was facing some technical difficulty in starting the session from past 10 minutes. But now I guess I am live, and tell me if I am audible and visible also, so that we can quickly finally start today's session. So many disturbances, so many obstacles, but still we are here trying to make it work out, and I feel that yes, we are actually gonna conduct today's session. What do you think? Am I audible? Yes. All right. Hi Dharani. Okay, thank you. Yashna, absolutely. All right, I am fine now. I am fine. Okay, my health is fine. All right, Jay Shah. All right. Yes. So you all know that today we are going to do two topics today, and both the topics are, trust me, very important. Okay, so the very first topic is Cramer's law, or you can call it system of equations. So first topic, system of equations, system of linear equations. And you know what, you just go on and check JEE Main 2024 all the papers, check out JEE Main 2023 all the papers, check out JEE Main 2022 all the papers, 2021 all the papers. Okay, past 4 years paper if you check, and even if you go 2020, 2019, every year in each and every shift you will get question from system of linear equation. That means this topic is having 4 marks weightage. Okay, so this topic alone, not the chapter, this topic will get you short 4 marks. Okay, and this is pretty straightforward topic. I will show you what kind of questions we will see, and after like 1 or 2 days you will be seeing all the questions of JEE Main 2024 determinants and matrices, because I told you that we are going to launch PYQ series super soon. So like within a day or two you will be seeing the launch session, and after that I'll be releasing my videos of all the PYQs in April and January attempt. So this is an announcement. Okay, yes, I can see that. Okay, all right, people have joined in. Like the session and share the session with your fellow JEE aspirant. And the second is characteristic polynomial equation. Okay, so this topic, most of the students think that this topic is actually not very easy. It is very difficult topic, the second topic I am talking about, and this is actually something which is not, we are not able to understand this topic. But now in this session we are going to do this topic from the very scratch, and you will realize that this topic is also easy, and in JEE Main there are questions from this topic as well. So both the topics are super duper important, but out of these two, the very first topic is very important. Okay, all right, and I have made all the things very easy in this session. Okay, all right. Yeah, Adiksha is so Janvi is saying determinants. No, I am not completing determinants full, because I have taken a full-fledged session of determinants, the complete determinants, few days back. Yes or no, you can find that in playlist. But if I tell you that only 2 topics I couldn't complete it in that session, so I am taking it right now. Okay, all right, we couldn't complete it. Okay, shall we start? Okay, all right, yes. All right, so for all of those who are like who haven't watched my session on determinants, what are you waiting for? Just go and watch it. I am not able to find the remote. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now system of linear equations, Cramer's rule. We'll start with Cramer's rule. Okay, yeah, all questions also we will do, and topic also we will do not worry. Okay, trust me. Now system of linear equations, we are trying to understand what is the Cramer's rule. So there are 3 variables and 3 equations, right? So you can clearly see that 3 unknowns, x, y and z. So this is your first equation, this is your second equation, this is your third equation, correct? first, second and third, and you can see there are 3 variables involved: x, y and z, x, y and z, x, y and z, right? 3 equations, 3 unknown. So now what we need to do is we need to solve these 3 equations. Now you must be like, ma'am, solving these 3 equations for x, y and z, so why not do one thing? Why not just remove z from here, or calculate the value of z, substitution method or elimination method, and do it? So that will take you a lot of time and that will confuse you also. So for that, traditional method is there. Sometimes we do use that traditional method wherein we do elimination and substitution like we used to do in 2 equation, 2 variable. But 3 equation, 3 variable is a little bit trickier on solution part. So that's why to simplify things, what we are doing is Cramer's rule. Okay, so this will definitely save your time and this will definitely give you answer also. And now what is the Cramer's rule? Let us understand the Cramer's rule. So to understand the Cramer's rule, you have to understand 4 determinants. Okay, what are those 4 determinants? Okay, so the very first determinant is delta. This is the main and primary determinant, and this determinant is formed by all the coefficients related to x, y and z of these 3 equations. So can you see the A1, B1, C1 is written in row number 1. So this is coefficient of x, coefficient of y, coefficient of z of equation number 1. Coefficient of x, y and z of equation number 2, can you see? And coefficient of x, y, z of equation number 3, can you see? So this is how you form delta determinant. Okay, all right. So 4 determinants we are trying to understand that how to form these 4 determinants, and then we will talk that how to solve it. Second determinant I'll be getting is delta x. Second determinant would be delta x. So what we are doing is, this is my primary determinant. So the very first column, C1. And C1, by the way, if you observe, C1 is nothing but all the coefficient of x. A1, A2, A3, x, x, x. Right? Yes, observed, observation done. Now this column 1 over here, I am going to replace it with constant D1, D2 and D3. Rest everything is matching. I just removed this column number 1 and replaced it with D1, D2 and D3. I hope that this is clear. And the moment you do that, you will get delta x. So you are removing coefficient of x and you are writing constant in place of that. So you are getting delta x. Now apply your logic that, ma'am, what should be the next determinant? So next determinant is delta y. Now can you see how to get delta y? So this is your primary determinant. Now in this determinant, what are the coefficient of y? So column 2, B1, B2, B3. B1, B2, B3, right? So B1, B2, B3 you are going to replace, and again you are going to put all the constant in place of column number 2 this time. So in this, column number 1 is getting replaced by constants, column number 2 is getting replaced by constant, and del z. Del z. Column number 3, which is C1, C2, C3. Okay, Z, Z, Z. So now they are being replaced by constant, so you get del z. All 4 determinants, how are we obtaining? It is clear? Yes? Okay. Yes, Srajna. What happened? All good? Hai na? So these 4 determinants, I hope that this is clear. Now what to do, ma'am? Ma'am, you were to like how to solve this equation, but you have written these 4 determinants. What to do with these 4 determinants? What should I do? So basically, to get the answer, to get the solution, what you need to do is, you need, what are you looking for? Solving these 3 equations means what? You are trying to get the value of x, y and z. So now you don't have to do anything. Your value of x is nothing but del x by del. So this value you can calculate. So this value upon this value will give you value of x. Now what is the value of y? del y by del. What is the value of z? Z is del z by del. Okay. All right. Yes. I hope that this is clear. Okay. No issues? All right. Absolutely. So this is your solution, right? And also one more very important terminology you will see, non-homogeneous system. But ma'am, what is non-homogeneous system? What is non-homogeneous? So non-homogeneous system we say whenever we have constant term, right? Homogeneous, this word you will understand, okay? So I'm just not trying to tell you that homogeneous is this, non-homogeneous. You think, I will tell you the exact meaning of homo. Who is going to tell me the meaning of homo? Come on, you guys are Gen Z, now homo to you all know. What is homo? Homo means similar, right? And this is non-homogeneous. What does that mean? That this is non-similar. What is exactly non-similar? So the degree here we are talking about. So degree of the very first term is 1, right? Degree of very second term is also 1. And this is also linear, this is also linear, this is also linear. But can you see, this D1 is a constant term, which is not at all a linear term. That's why we call it as a non-homogeneous, because this term is actually making the whole equation as non-homogeneous. So in 3 equations, 3 unknown, if you see constant, that would be non-homogeneous. Okay. Alright, so how to solve non-homogeneous? You can clearly see this is the solution set of non-homogeneous. Okay. Alright, yes, clear. Now let us understand that what happens. So you have got these 3 equations. Now there are multiple cases involved. Sometimes these 3 equations will have unique solution. Do you remember unique solution? Unique means single set of solution. X comma y comma z will have single set. For example, 1 comma 2 comma 3, that's it. Sometimes these 3 equations will have no solution at all. Okay, it can happen, right? Sometimes these 3 solutions can have infinitely many solutions. Now I will want your maximum attention over here. I will make the whole topic very easy and very easy to memorize also, just by using this particular table. So I have already told you that regarding these 3 equations you have 4 determinants. What are those 4 determinants, ma'am? Delta, this is the primary one, and the rest 3 are del y, del x, del z, right? Okay. Now this delta will tell you whether you have unique solution, no solution, or infinite solution. Only 3 cases are possible: unique, no, or infinite. Registered? Okay, registered. All right. Yes, Vijshri has confirmed. What is non-homogeneous? Yes, and Ritvik Verma, do not worry, I will give you examples also what is non-homogeneous and what is homogeneous. For now, please understand, any 3 equations which is having these 3 constants, these 3 constants. So if these 3 constants are non-zero, that is non-homogeneous. If these 3 constants are 0, that is homogeneous. Okay. And now I was talking about these 3 equations are having unique solution, no solution, and infinite solution. Now understand carefully. Chat box for 3 to 5 minutes, please. I want your maximum attention right here. This will get you 4 marks. Very critical. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you. Yes. So whenever the first primary determinant delta is non-zero, what does that mean? That your system is having unique solution. Yes, unique solution is your answer. So what is the condition of unique solution? Tell me in the chat box. Now chat box. Unique solution condition, very important. Delta not equal to 0. Okay. And now one more word, we will talk about this word consistent later on. For now you can just focus on this and this. Now ma'am, okay, delta not 0, so unique solution. But what will happen if your delta is 0? Now if your delta becomes 0, the primary determinant is 0, then there will be two possibilities. There will be two possibilities. The first possibility is infinitely many solution. Infinitely many solution means what? There will be multiple sets of x, y, z which will satisfy this particular equation. So if you get delta equals to 0, there are two possibilities: infinitely many solution and no solution. So whenever you get delta 0, then you have to have in mind, now I have to check the remaining three determinants. If all the remaining three determinants are also 0, that means all four are 0, then you will call it as infinite solution. Okay? All right? Yes. When delta is 0, then there are two possibilities. So you will check this, all three. And all three you check and all three are getting 0. That means all four are getting 0. So all four 0, that means infinite solution. But if delta is 0 and you check delta x and you check delta y and you check delta z, so you have to check all the three determinants. Okay? And if you check and you realize at least one, yes, at least one of these three are non-zero. For example, delta x will become 1, these two become 0. For example, delta x and delta z become 0, delta y is 1. And delta x and delta y another time can be 0, del z is 1. Or it can also happen that all three are becoming non-zero. Right? So all these cases where not all the four determinants are 0, only this is 0 and at least one is actually becoming non-zero, we will call it as no solution. Okay? All right, clear? I hope that this is clear now. Study it only one time and study like that it is like printed in your brain, etched in your brain. है ना? Permanent tattoo in your brain. है ना? So there should be permanent tattoo in your brain. All right? Okay? Yes. Now you must be wondering, ma'am, what is this? What is this? Consistent, inconsistent. So there is a meaning of consistency and inconsistency. Consistency means there is some solution. Some means either one or two, at least one solution, at least some solution. So unique solution means what? Once there is some solution, if there is some solution, we will call it as consistent system. If there are infinite solution, then also we will call it as consistent system. But if there is no solution at all, so that is inconsistency. So no solution means inconsistent system, right? So basically, if there is no solution, zero solution, inconsistent. If there is one or more solution, both. So that unique means one solution, infinite means more solution. Consistent. Bolo. Any doubt so far? Any doubt so far? I don't think so any doubt is there. If at all anybody is having any doubt, do not ask me in the chat box. Why? Why do not ask me? Because the very first question will actually resolve all of your doubts. Are we ready for it? And if very first question is not resolving, second question will do it. If second question is not doing it, third will do it. Okay? And if after third question, if you feel, ma'am, still I am having doubt, then place your doubt over here. After third question, I will be like, now I have to address this doubt. Okay? All right. Shall we start? Okay. Now the very first question you can see on your screen is a JEE main question, which says that system of linear equations. System of linear equations. So three equations are given to you. Equation number 1, equation number 2 and equation number 3. So the very first thing, the moment you see any equation, you will just tell me that what kind of equation is that. Tell me in the chat box, what kind of equation is this? Homogeneous or non-homogeneous? So this is obviously non-homogeneous. So this is non-homogeneous. Why non-homogeneous? Because we can clearly see the constant 2, constant 5 and constant a plus 1. So constants is not equal to 0. That's why we will call it as homogeneous. Anybody else? Any doubt in non-homogeneous identification of the equation? Right now we are only doing non-homogeneous, right? Then we will talk about homogeneous also. Don't worry about it. Okay? And now what they are saying is they are giving us multiple options. Okay, so they are talking about unique solution. They are talking about inconsistency. What does that mean? No solution. They are talking about infinite solution and also no solution. They are talking about everything. But I don't want to get into the options. I want to stick to my method, my table, my chart. Okay? What is my chart? What is the very first thing which we need to do is delta, the primary determinant delta. If it is 0, then our path is completely different. If it is non-zero, then our path is completely different. Okay? All right? Yes? So for unique solution, your delta should not be equals to 0. Right? And for infinite and no solution, your delta should be equals to 0. Let us define this. So first of all, let us calculate delta. Right? So delta is what? 1, 1, 1. 2, 3, 2. 2, 3, a square minus 1. Correct? Now let us make it 0 or non-zero, that we will check. Alright, even if I do not solve it, even if I do not, I don't want to open this determinant by the way, but what I can see is row number 2 and row number 3, can't you see these two are identical? If this 2 and this place becomes equal, basically what I am saying is if row 2 and row 3 becomes identical, then this delta becomes 0. Let us calculate. So if a square minus 1 is equals to 2, this will make sure that your determinant will become 0. So a square is equals to 3. A will give you plus minus 3. If a is plus minus 3, that means your delta is 0. Right? So if a is plus minus 3, that means your delta is 0. So unique solution for this, wrong. है ना? Because if I put a is equals to root 3, right? Or a is equals to minus root 3, my determinant will become 0 and it is not at all a condition of, sorry, this is, I wrote it incorrect, na? Ha, equal to 0. है ना? So if your determinant is becoming 0, then this is infinite or no solution. So option A is definitely wrong. Okay? Option A is definitely wrong. Alright? And even if I solve this determinant, if I solve this determinant, let us solve it. So if you solve this determinant, what do you get? 3a square minus 3 minus 6. Okay? Then you have minus 1 and you have 2a square minus 2. Okay? Minus 4. Correct? Plus. Then you are having 3 to the 6, 0. Correct. So now you are having 3 square. So a square minus 9 and it is going to be plus 4. Sorry. Minus 9 and plus 6. So a square is equals to 3. Yes. Even if you solve the determinant using proper method, na, then also del equals to 0 is giving you a square is equals to 3. Right? So a square is equals to 3 is either giving you no solution or infinite solution. Right? So basically infinite solution for a is, so this is also wrong. Because if you want infinite solution, then also you want a square is equals to 3. If you want no solution, then also, so both the condition of no solution and infinite many solution in terms of a is same. That is a square is equals to 3. So this is wrong. Okay. And no solution, this is also wrong. So the only option which is correct, which can be correct, is option B. Yes or no? Just tell me. Yes or no? Understood or not? Very clear. Very easy question. What do you think? Okay. Give me a big thumbs up if you have understood this. All right. So what we did, I'll show you the solution. That this is your determinant, and determinant, if you expand it right away, it will give you, it is 0 when your mod A is 3. So determinant 0 means this will either have infinite or no solution. So inconsistency means what? No solution. So that means only option B is absolutely right. है ना? So for del A is equals to 3, this equation becomes this inconsistent system. Now next question again from JEE Main 2019, right? Now in this type of question is very popular. If you go and check JEE Main 2024, so what they will do is, they will talk about, every time they are talking about this, they are talking about infinitely many solution, and in the equation they are giving you two unknowns, that is lambda and mu. And what they are finally asking is lambda plus mu, 2 lambda plus 3 mu, lambda power 4 minus mu. Every question is like that only. Okay, Saran is asking, ma'am, why option A is not correct? Just tell me, Saran, what is the condition of unique solution? Determinant not equal to 0. Okay, determinant not equal to 0. So determinant is becoming 0 at A is equals to root 3, right, for this particular value. So if you want your determinant to become not 0, this should not be root 3. So for unique solution, my condition actually is A is not equals to plus minus root 3. This is my condition. It should be not equal to this. Then my determinant will be non-zero. Okay. All right, all right. Chalo. Now let us do this question. Infinite many solution, please tell the condition. Tell the condition in the chat box. What is the, this is very, very important. This is very important. The condition of infinitely many solution. All four determinants should be 0. This is the condition of infinitely many solution. Okay. All determinant is 0. Okay. All right. So the very first determinant, what we do is primary determinant delta. So that is 1, 1, 1 coefficients, 1, 2, 2 and 1, 3 lambda. That will give you 0. Shall we open it? Okay. So this is 2 lambda minus 6, correct? Minus of lambda minus 2 plus of 3 minus 2, 1 equals to 0. So that is lambda minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4 and this is minus 3 equals to 0. So lambda is actually coming out as 3. Now you need only mu, that's it. You only need mu, my dear students, nothing else. What do you need? Mu. So for mu, how many equations do you need? Only one equation. Just one equation. So you don't have to like pick every determinant and make it 0. Just pick one smart determinant and make it 0. Right? Okay. So it is better because lambda is there in the third column. So if you have this delta. Now if you talk about delta x and make it 0, what will happen? Although you have delta lambda ki value 3, but what I am trying to say is that if you pick delta x, then this 1 will be removed, column 1 will be removed and constant will be placed. What are the constant? 5, 6 and mu. So 5, 6 and mu, this is your del x. We don't want it. Del y also we don't want it. I want column 3 to be replaced. So that's why del z, I will calculate, and trust me, even if you calculate del x also, no, then also you will get the same answer. Just pick one determinant, that's it. So del z, tell me. So that is 1, 1 and the constant 5. Okay, ma'am. Then 1, 2 is same. The third column will be replaced, right? 6. And the last is 1, 3 and mu. This should also be 0. Now just expand it right away. Done, 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 done. Tell me the answer. So this is 2 mu minus 18. Correct? Mu minus 6. Correct? Plus 5 times you have 3 minus 1. This is equals to 0. So mu minus 12 plus 5. So mu is coming out as 7. Lambda is 3, mu is 7, lambda is 3, mu is 7, lambda is 3, mu is 7. That will give you option A as absolutely correct answer. What happened to you? Why not? I'm seeing the answer 9. Why, Dharani? Why are you saying 9? What happened? No, 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 no. Why 9? 6 are you getting? What are you getting? Mu 7, lambda 3. है ना? Correct? So all 4 is 0. You pick delta 0, lambda 3 you will get. You pick another del z. If you make del z 0, then you will get mu is equals to 7. And if mu is 7, then lambda plus 10 is what? 10. Okay. Another question which was asked in JEE Main 2020. Are we ready for it? Yeah, what is happening in chat? Why am I seeing that chat is retracted? Chalo, theek hai, maybe. Now another question again. Lambda is there. Okay, only lambda. Only lambda is missing. theek hai? The set system of linear equation is having no solution. Okay, now no solution. What is the condition of no solution? Delta to should be 0. Okay, delta should be 0, and out of remaining 3 del x, del y, del z, at least one should be non-zero. Okay, so first of all, so at least one of del x, del y, del z should be non-zero, right? So 2 minus 1 and 2, 1 minus 2 and lambda, 1 lambda and 1, make it 0. Make it 0. Do the calculation. So right away we are going to do that. 2 minus 2 minus lambda square. Okay, ma'am. Plus 1. 1 minus lambda. Okay, ma'am. Plus 2. Lambda plus 2 is equals to 0. All right. Yes, clear. Now minus 4 and plus 4, can you see, are getting cancelled out. This is 2 2s are 4, this is gone. So now we are left with minus 2 lambda square plus 1 minus lambda plus 2 lambda equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation, right? Let us shift everything on the right hand side. So what do we get? 2 lambda square. Now this is 2 lambda minus lambda, so this is plus lambda minus lambda. Minus 1 equals to 0. This is a known quadratic equation. Clearly that if I put lambda is equals to 1, so lambda is equals to 1 comma minus 1 by 2 are the two values which I am getting. Okay. Calculation mistake. Acha, you are saying purana wala. है ना, 1 and minus half I am getting. So SB the set of all the values of lambda for which. Now you tell me what is the answer, है ना? So what is the condition of no solution? Delta should be 0. This is the partial condition, not the complete condition. So delta 0 means lambda should be 1 and minus half. Now, out of this, at least one should be non-zero, at least one of the remaining determinants. So we need to check now, because delta 0 is having two possibilities, infinite or no solution. So what we need to do is, we need to do delta x checking also. If I check delta x, so what is delta x? 2, 1, 1 will be replaced by 2, minus 4 and 4. So this is 2, minus 4 and 4. Minus 1, minus 2 and lambda. Correct? 2 lambda and 1. This is your lambda delta x. Now what we need to do is, we need to check this particular delta x for 2 lambdas. Lambda is 1 and minus half, right? What happens if lambda is 1? So what happens when lambda is 1? 2 minus 1, 2, minus 4, minus 2 and 1, 4, 1 and 1. We need to check. Let us check. So 2. This is going to be minus 2 minus 1. So minus 6. Correct? Okay. Then we are having this. Plus 1. Minus 4, so minus 8. Plus 2. Minus 4 and plus 8. Minus 4 and plus 8 is 4. So this is going to be 8 minus 8, so minus 6. Delta x is coming out as minus 6. So what I am trying to say, please understand. Please understand. For lambda equals to 1, what is happening? Delta is becoming 0, but delta x is becoming non-zero. What is this condition for? This is a condition for no solution, my dear students. This is a clear-cut condition of no solution. है ना? Now same we have to check for minus half. What is happening for minus half? So delta x we need to calculate for minus half. 2 minus 1, 2. Then we have minus 4, minus 2, minus half. Then we have 4, half, minus half and 1. Check, check, check. If this is also non-zero, then this is the condition for no solution. If this is 0, then we have to check for other delta also. Okay. So this is 2. Minus 2 and minus 1 by 4. Plus 1. Minus 4 plus 2. Plus 2. This is 2 and plus 8. So 10. Just tell me that is it 0? It is is it become, so it is actually non-zero again. So for lambda equals to minus half, your del is 0, but again del x is non-zero. Okay, what is this condition for? This is the condition for no solution. If your primary determinant is 0 and any one of the rest 3 determinant is becoming non-zero, that means this is the condition of no solution, right? Okay, all right. Yes, so let us just understand delta. If we marked delta 0, what do we get? If delta was 0, lambda is 1 or minus half. Clear? Now we are checking delta x for lambda is equals to 1 and lambda is equals to minus half. For lambda is equals to 1, delta x is non-zero. What does that mean? That this is no solution. For lambda equals to minus half, again this is non-zero. So what do we call it as? So two values. Basically for lambda 1 and minus half, both we are getting what? We are getting no solution. So what will be the final answer? Tell me. No solution. How many sets? So understand the question carefully. Understand the question carefully. They are not asking the value of lambda. They are asking for how many lambda the equation is having no solution. Okay. So this S be the set of all lambda for which system has no solution. Then the set S has how many elements? 2 elements or 1 element, 0 elements, 3 elements. So obviously 2 elements will be the correct answer. Both 1 and minus half is satisfying the condition of no solution. So 1 and minus half both are absolutely correct. Clear? All right, now let's talk about, so non-homogeneous we are clear. Deepika is saying, ma'am, I have not understood. Okay. So what exactly, Deepika, you have not understood? Tell me. And also, did you were there since beginning kya? Were you there since very beginning? Since the beginning you have attended? Anyone else who is not at all able to understand? Okay. Now homogeneous equation. If D1, D2 and D3 all three become 0, right? Then we will call it as homogeneous equation. Okay. So this is your homogeneous equation. Okay. This is your homogeneous equations. Now homogeneous equations. So just tell me one thing. Don't you think that 0, 0, 0 is absolutely satisfying all these three equations? If you put 0, 0, 0, is that satisfying this? So 0, 0, 0 is satisfying this particular equation. What does that mean? That for homogeneous system, 0, 0, 0 will always satisfy the equation, and there will be no condition such as no solution. So for homogeneous equations or for homogeneous system, we will not at all talk about no solution. Why, ma'am? Why no? Why? I mean, because it is not at all possible to have a no solution, because we can clearly see that for homogeneous system 0, 0, 0 will definitely satisfy these three equations. So we are only having two possibilities over here, right? This is very easy, trust me. Homogeneous system of equation, na, my favorite. If you get this in your exam, you'll be like, okay, what a relief. What a relief. All right, yes. So now there are only two things over here, unique solution, right, and infinitely many solution. Hi Gunjan, good evening, good evening. Football vlog, good evening. Okay, all right. Now only two possibilities are here. This is very easy. So the very first possibility, if delta not equal to 0, if again the same delta, right, and here we will only talk about the single determinant. No four determinants are applicable over here, only single and primary determinant. If your delta is non-zero, then it has unique solution, and that unique solution is trivial solution. What is trivial solution? That means 0, 0, 0 is unique trivial solution. So unique solution, trivial solution, or 0, 0, 0 are exactly same in this particular case of homogeneous. Okay? Another possibility, if your determinant is 0, then there is a clear-cut case of infinitely many solution. The other terminology of this is non-trivial solution. So trivial means 0, right? So non-zero solution. Zero solution means that the 0, 0, 0 is getting satisfied. Getting it? Two conditions for homogeneous. Okay. All right. Now let us understand. Number of values of theta for which the system of equation has a non-trivial solution. First of all, by looking at the question, let us identify, is this a homogeneous system? Is this a homogeneous system? Yes, ma'am, this is a homogeneous system. Why? Because can you see all the constants now are 0. That is the one thing. Now homogeneous equation mein, homogeneous system mein, what is the condition? Condition is if del is not equals to 0, then we have trivial solution. And if you want non-trivial solution, that is non-zero, then you have del equals to 0. So for non-trivial solution, what is the condition? Determinant, the primary or the only determinant in this case should be 0. Dun dun dun, khatam. Khatam. That's it. Done, 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 done. So calculate the del. So 137. What is the second? Sine 3 theta, cos 2 theta and 2. And what is it? -1, 4 and 7. That's it. You make it 0, and obviously they are asking number of values of theta for which, है ना, in this interval 0 to pi. So make it 0, calculate the value of theta in 0 to pi in first and second quadrant, and you'll get your answer. Yes? Clear? Dharani, what happened? Now just solve it out. So 7 cos 3 theta minus 4 2s are 8. This cross this, minus 3 times. 7 sine 3 theta, correct? Plus 2 and plus 7. We are having 4 sine 3 theta plus cos 3 theta, and that is going to be 0. Correct? Okay. One more time, let me check. Have I done any calculation mistake? In JPYQs, they ask non-trivial only, na? Complicated question? No, it's not complicated. Trigonometry they have involved, but it is, again, I want to check it one more time. Just tell me. 137 sine 3 theta cos 2 theta 2 and -1 4 7. Correct, na? 7 minus 8, correct? Minus 3, then we are having 4 plus, sorry, minus 3, then we are having 7 plus 2, correct? Then 7, we are having 4 plus 4 times this plus cos 3 theta, correct? Okay, all right. And this is actually 2 theta, 2 theta, gadbadi ho gayi na? 2 theta, yes. Now it's fine. So 7 cos 2 theta and 7 cos 2 theta is 14 cos 2 theta, correct? Okay, now we are having minus 21 sine 3 theta, correct? What are the left out constant terms? So minus 8, minus 6. So minus 8, correct? And minus 6. Minus 8 and minus 6, all right. Minus 8 and minus 6 is what? 14. Okay, all right. 7 के table से we can cancel out. 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 7 2s are, correct? So this is 2 cos 2 theta is minus 3 sine 3 theta equals to 2. Now we just have to solve this particular equation, that's it. Are we ready for it? So 2 cos 2 theta, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this sine 3 theta on the right hand side. Okay, this is minus 27, है ना? Correct है ना? हाँ. Okay. Or rather, what we need to do is 2 minus. Okay. Minus 3 sine 3 theta. Let us keep it here. And 2 minus 2 cos 2 theta. You know the formula, right? This is 2 sine square theta. Correct. And what about this? Minus 3. Now sine 3 theta, 4 sine cube theta minus 3 sine theta. Is it correct? मैं ही भूल गई हूँ क्या फॉर्मूला? 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. Now it's fine. Okay, all right. Sine 3 theta plus 2 cos 2 theta is equals to 2. This is the equation which we are getting. Check once we are getting correct or not. Sine 3 theta कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. Sine 3 theta plus 2 cos 2 theta one more time please. Let me check the calculation. हाँ, एक बार चेक करें. 137 sin 3 theta cos 3 theta 2. okay, and -1 4z 7. So this is 7 cos 2 theta minus 8, correct. This one is correct, right? -3 7 sin 3 theta plus 2, this is also correct, and plus 7 times 4 sin 3 theta plus cos 2 theta. Okay, now 7 cos 2 theta and 7 cos 2 theta, so 14 cos 2 theta is correct. Then we are having -21 sin 3 theta from here we are getting, and the constant term which we are getting right now is -8, okay, and -6. -8 and -6 is 14. I to see that this is fine. I don't know what am I doing wrong. What exactly is wrong? What calculation I have done wrong? Because we should get this. The final equation what we should get is this. Sin 3 theta plus 2 cos 2 theta is equals to 2. Okay, so let us just apply the formula. Maybe that their calculation is wrong. -9 sin theta plus 12 sin cube theta is equals to 4 sin square theta. Clearly 1 sin theta is gone, right? So this is actually -9 plus 12 sin square theta is equals to 4 sin theta, because 1 sin theta is becoming 0. So actually this is 12 sin square theta minus 4 sin theta, right? -9 equals to 0. Now you solve it and you have to get the answer. है ना? Let's solve it out. So 12 into 9. तो 6 into 18 नहीं हो रहा है ना? 18 3 निकाल लिया, 9 3 27. Are we able to split this question? चलो let's एक काम करते हैं, let's do one thing. अच्छा कुछ गड़बड़ बता रहे हो आप मुझे. 7 3 21. Okay, now I get it. One student corrected me. 7 3 21, 7 4 28. So -21 plus 28. So that is going to be -7. Now it's fine. So this is plus 28. So this is plus 7. Oops. I got my mistake. Okay. Plus 7. And now, yes, that's it. So 7 ke table se anyway we have cancelled out. So now we are getting sin 3 theta equals to 2 minus 2 cos 2 theta, and this is going to be 4 sin square theta, which is sin 3 theta. Now it's fine. Sin 3 theta formula, you know, 3 sin theta, right? Thank you, one student told me this. So 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta, and this is 4 sin square theta. Okay, now sin theta you can just cancel out from all the sides. So 3 minus 4 sin square theta equals to 4 sin theta, correct? Now 4 sin square theta, quadratic. Let's shift everything towards the right hand side. 4 sin theta plus 3 is equals to 0, correct? 4 3s are 12. So 4 sin square theta plus 6 sin theta minus 2 sin theta, correct? 6 2s are 12. And 6 minus 2, 4. So this will give you 2 sin common, sin plus 3, 2 sin plus 3 minus 1 common, 2 sin plus 3 equals to 0. So from here, sin theta is coming out as half, comma minus 3 by 2. So minus 3 by 2 is rejected. Sin theta is equals to half. So we are getting sin theta equals to 0. Now sine theta is equals to 0, no solution in 0 to pi. है ना? In 0 to pi no solution because sine theta becomes 0 at theta is equals to 0, and next it will become 0 at theta is equals to pi. Both are not available because of open interval, so this is giving me no solution. And sine theta is equals to half in 0 to pi in first and second quadrant both times, basically 30 degree and 150 degree, right? 30 and 150. So 30 degree, that is pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. So how many solutions I will have? Tell me. So the number of values of theta, 2 values of theta is the answer. 2 values of theta is the correct answer of this particular question. 0 नहीं आएगा ना? 0, no. Shri, 0 नहीं आएगा. Why 0 नहीं आएगा? Because 0 is at open bracket. है ना? 30 degree you are saying fine, and one more, 150 degree. 2 solutions will be there. Chalo. Just because of little calculation mistake, I was not able to do. So yes, you can see number of values as 2 is the correct answer. Chalo, now next question on your screen. Are we ready for it? Chalo. Okay. So again, homogeneous equation and non-trivial solution. Homogeneous equation and non-trivial solution. Shall I give you this question as homework? Or shall we do it right away? Chalo, let's do it. If the system of linear equation has non-trivial solution, then they are talking about this value. Okay. Now this question is actually, condition is very straightforward. Non-trivial means delta is equals to 0, correct? But this question is not that calculation wise or solution wise is not that straightforward. Okay. All right. So delta 0, let's do it. So 2, 3 and minus 1. 1, k and minus 2. 1, minus 1 and 1. Tell me what is the value of k you are getting. Solve it for me. Solve it for me. Two, k minus 2, minus 3, 1 plus 3, 1 plus 2, and minus 1 you are having minus 1 minus k, okay, is equals to 0. So 2k plus k is 3k. All right, ma'am. है ना? Minus 4. Then this is minus 9. So minus 4, minus 9 and minus 1 is equals to 0. एक बार और can we check? 2, 3 minus 1. 1k minus 2. And oops, there is 2 which is not visible to me, but this is 2. Okay, got it. So this is fine. And this is 1 plus 4. Okay, and what about this? Minus 1 minus 2k. Okay, so 2k plus 2k is 4k. Correct? Minus 4, and this is 5 3s are minus 15. Minus 15, 4k minus 4, then this is minus 15 plus 1 equals to 0. 4k is equals to, this is minus 19, so minus 18, 18. K is actually coming out as 9 by 2. You've got the value of k. This value is 9 by 2. But you are not looking for the value of k. I mean, you are looking for value of k, but apart from that, you are actually looking for the value of x, y and z. And rather, actually no, you are not looking for the individual value of x, y and z. Understand? You are looking for the values of x by y, x by y, y by z and z by x is what you are looking for. So let me tell you what we will do is, I will write all the three equations, 2x plus 3y minus z. So 2x plus 3y minus z is equals to 0. Then it is x plus 9 by 2y minus 2z. X plus 9 by 2y minus 2z equals to 0. All the three equations, 2x minus y plus z equals to 0. All I want is x by y by z and z by x. Correct? All right. So now I need to eliminate z. First of all, I need to eliminate z. Just tell me one thing. I need to eliminate z. How should I do that? Obviously by adding, you know. So this I will get this by adding first and third. So now what I'm going to do is first and third I will do adding. Okay, so 2x plus 2x is 4x. This is minus 2y. This is gone and this is equal. What we are looking for is x by y. 4x equals to 2y. X upon y is equals to 1 by 2. So this is what we are getting, 1 by 2. Tell me, Dharani, why are you crying? Is it not easy? This process is easy, right? Now y by z. So for that I need to eliminate x. So to get this, to eliminate x, I need to subtract 1 and 2. So 1 minus 2, right? Sorry, 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3 will give me what? This minus this 0. This is your 4y. And this minus this minus 2z equal to 0. Now your y by z, right? Be careful. Y by z will be equal to 2 upon 4, again half. Am I doing correct? Y by z. 4 by 2z. ये भी सही किया है? 2 by 4. सही किया है क्या? So we are subtracting ना, 2x gone. This is 4y and this is minus 2z. So this is also coming as half. Now third, I need to eliminate y this time. Okay, elimination of y is not that easy, by the way. So to eliminate y, what I'm gonna do is first plus 3 times third will help me, right? First plus 3 times. So now if I multiply it with 3, 3 2s are 6, 7, 8. So 8x. 3 minus 3 gone. Minus 1 plus 3. Minus 1 plus 3 is plus 2z equals to 0. Now you're looking for z by x. Be careful, hai na? Z by x. So 8x equals to minus 2z. This x is gone over here. Minus 2 is here. So this is minus 4. Okay. So yes, now you're done. Okay. Alright. So what is the answer? Just understand. So that's how you do it. K you are getting minus 9 by 2. Y by z and x by z, x by y you are getting, so x by y you are getting minus half. So I have made a mistake maybe. X by y I am getting minus half. So if I add first and third, na, what I'm gonna get? 4x and this is plus 2y. Correct, correct. So minus half. This is your minus half. Now you're absolutely fine. X by y value you will put minus half, y by z is plus half, z by x is minus 4, k is 9 by 2. This is your final answer. Half and minus half cancel. This is 4 2s are 8. So minus 8 plus 9 by 2, that is 1 by 2 is the correct answer. Option A, 1 by 2 is absolutely right. Okay. Yes, the Lakshita is absolutely right. Yes, Lakshita, absolutely. Now we are having matrix method also, है ना? So now we are done with Cramer's rule for homogeneous and non-homogeneous. Now we are having matrix method also to solve the similar problem, same kind of problem but with different approach. But the moment I will tell you the approach, na, you will be like, it is actually, ma'am, not that different. Both the approaches are almost similar. Okay. All right. So consider the system of linear equation. Okay. So this is your linear equation, again same thing. Now what we are going to do is we need to convert this equation by simple matrix. So what we are going to do is we are going to consider one matrix, matrix A. Yes. So we are talking about non-homogeneous. Non-homogeneous means constant are not 0. So only we will talk about right now is non-homogeneous. Constant not equal to 0. Correct? And now I will consider a matrix A which will have all the coefficients A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. Another matrix B will be the unknown matrix which will have X, Y and Z. So not B, sorry, matrix X, unknown matrix, A, then X. Now just tell me, if you multiply these two matrices, first of all, is multiplication possible? Tell me. And if you multiply, what will you get? So let us do. So if I multiply row 1 by column 1, I will get A1X, B1Y, C1Z, which is this very equation. Row 2 by column 1, this equation. Row 3 by column 3, third equation. Yes? All right. And finally, the B matrix is D1, D2, D3. So AX will be equals to B. So what is the matrix equation equivalent to all these three equations? AX equal to B is the matrix equivalent of these three equations, right? If I multiply these two, finally I will get what? This multiply this is this, which is equal to D1. This is D2. This is D3. Now we have to solve this matrix. Now if I tell you that AX equals to B, if this is your unknown, you have to calculate X. How will you do that? Just forget about this. You have this. I need the value of X, capital X matrix. What will you do? So ma'am, it is very easy. You take inverse from both the sides. So A inverse AX, A inverse B. So this will become identity matrix. X will be A inverse B. So yes, exactly this procedure we are going to do. Exactly this procedure we are going to do. A inverse B. A inverse B, right? All right. So we need to solve it out. Now there will be two cases. Again, same, actually three possibilities. If determinant A is non-zero, tell me what is the thing? You will have a unique solution, obviously, right? And that unique solution you will get by this thing, A inverse B. So what you need to do is, to get the unique solution, you will have to find inverse of A, multiply it with B matrix, and you are done. That final matrix will give you X, Y, Z values. Okay? And if A is not equal to 0, then you won't be able to find inverse also, right? If A is not equal to, the A is 0, so this is a non-singular. This is non-singular, this is singular. If determinant A is 0, that means singular. Inverse is not possible. So in that case, there are actually two cases. If adjoint A into B is 0, both are 0. Remember, when all were 0, infinite solution. If it is non-zero, then there is no solution. Okay? All right? Yes, this is actually useful for your school, but I will highly recommend, if in JEE Main at all you are doing, follow Cramer's law. Even if you are ignoring matrix method, it is fine for JEE Main. Okay? But you should be aware that this is how we solve it out. Okay? But do not use that method. So this is the condition. Okay? You know how to calculate inverse, you know how to calculate adjoint. Okay? Shall we do one question on this so that we will understand? Now matrix inversion, we need to find the solution. Okay, chalo. So the very first thing which we are going to do is, let's start. So let's talk about A matrix. A matrix will be coefficient of X, Y and Z 1, 1, 1, 1 minus 1, 2, 1 minus 1. Okay, this is your A matrix. X matrix is what? X, Y, Z unknown. And your finally B matrix is what? The constant one, 6, 2 and 1. Alright. What is the very first thing? Let us understand whether they are having unique solution or no solution or infinite solution. How do we do that? By figure out the determinant of this matrix, right? So let us calculate determinant. Clear? So determinant of A is something which we need to calculate. So yes, determinant A is coming out as non-zero, which is 6. Okay? Determinant A is what? 6. What does that mean? That it will have a unique solution. How to calculate unique solution? By this. Calculate A inverse, multiply it with B and you will be done. How to calculate A inverse? How to calculate A inverse? By calculating adjoint of A. How to do that? By calculating cofactor matrix. Okay. So cofactor matrix let us form. So cofactor of 1 will be 1 minus 1 0. C12 will be what? Minus 1 plus 2. Okay. Minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 and with a negative sign. So plus 3. That's how you calculate all the cofactors. And then what you need to do is, you need to form adjoint of A, which is transpose of cofactor matrix. So 0, 3, 3 will be like this, vertical. 2 minus 3, 1 will be 2 minus 3, 1. 2, 0 minus 2 is this, because we are talking about adjoint. So this matrix is adjoint of A, and 1 by 6 because there is determinant of A. So this is your A inverse. Now what we need to do is, A inverse we have calculated, we need to multiply it with B matrix, which is 6 to 1. So just multiply this with 6 to 1, right? So this is your X, this is your A inverse, this is your B, just multiply. So do the matrix multiplication, row 1, column 1. So 0, 2 2s are 4, plus 2 1s are 2, 6. So this is actually coming out 1 by 6, we are having 6. This multiply this, 6 3s are 18, minus 6, 18 minus 6, 18 minus 6 is 12. This multiply this, 6 3s are 18 plus 2, 20 minus 2, so this is again 18. So if you solve this, 6 by 6 is 1, 12 by 6 is 2. So clearly x, y, z value is nothing but 1, 2 and 3. Have a look and let me know. Okay. Clear? And again now, so this was non-homogeneous. Now if you get homogeneous for matrix method, right, because we are actually tackling same question with two different method. First one was Cramer's rule and now we are entering matrix method. Okay, now this is 0. Okay. So whenever we have homogeneous system, now again we will have only two options. What are those two options? Unique, that is trivial solution, or non-trivial solution. When determinant is non-zero, unique trivial solution. When determinant is 0, infinite solution. So that's it. Determinant non-zero, unique trivial solution, and when determinant is 0, that is infinite solution. So I guess this homogeneous is exactly matching with Cramer's law. Okay, all right, yes. So this is the question which let us do it. Okay, Pranav is asking how long. So I guess we are left with last one topic which will be covering in last 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, maximum 15, less than 10. Okay, now just tell me how do we solve this question. First question is whether this is homogeneous or non-homogeneous. Just tell me one thing, homogeneous or non-homogeneous. Homogeneous or non-homogeneous? Who is going to tell me? Okay, let me reveal. This is actually homogeneous. Right? Why homogeneous? Because can you see there is no constant term? This is x, this is also x. So we have to reform the equation, right? 1 minus lambda times x minus 2y minus 2z equals to 0. 1x. Then we have 2y plus z equals to okay. 1 minus lambda z. Hold on. Minus 1 minus 1 minus 1x minus this minus lambda z equals to 0. Did you notice? This is actually homogeneous equation. Now non-trivial solution, you tell me the condition of it. Determinant equal to 0 is the condition of non-trivial, right? So basically 1 minus lambda minus 2 minus 2. 1, 2 and 1 minus lambda. -1, -1 and minus lambda, 0. Just solve it out, get the value of lambda and you are done. Okay. Alright. Mintu Yadav is saying lambda is 0. Okay. So now let us solve it out. So again, determinant we have formed and we need to equate it to 0. This is our determinant. Just solve it out, open it out. Okay. So just open it out, the determinant, and you will realize that this is a cubic equation in lambda, which is a perfect cube. Lambda minus 1 cube is equals to 0. So the only value of lambda is 1. Out of all the 4 options, which option is matching? So a singleton set is matching with the final answer. Okay. IAST Kerala is saying non-homogeneous. Why non-homogeneous? This is now we check the homogeneous or non-homogeneous thing. Okay. IST Kerala, I hope that this is clear. This is homogeneous because right hand side is 0. Now the last topic, are we ready for it? Okay. Are we ready for the last topic? Alright, let's take a quick 3 minutes break. Let's meet at 9:24 ho gaya na? Let's meet at 9:29. है ना? I will drink some water. I'll come back. Okay. Then we will talk about characteristic polynomial. Okay. Now let us understand characteristic polynomial and characteristic equation. Okay. Let me just prepare you a bit. Just understand, sometimes like people say that maths is not at all a subject wherein you would want, like wherein it is required for you to cram everything, right? Yes or no? है ना? But sometimes in mathematics, just for the sake of syllabus restriction, we need to do something that we need to like just understand the things which are as it is. Don't go behind the proof, don't go behind the why, that why is it happening. Although I'm not saying that there is no why for this concept, there is why, but for us, because for JEE aspirants time is very important, right? If I want to give you the proof, if I will give you the proof, that is even if that is not important, that will not, that will waste your time. So proof of this or why is it happening, for the time being, for this topic, I will highly recommend that just ignore that why is it happening and just focus on the algorithm. That's it. This is the algorithm. If this is the question, that's how we need to do. So one question for rectification, or you can say that cramming, you can do it for me. Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Alright. Chalo. Now characteristic polynomial and characteristic equation. So now I'll be putting up some theory which you might not be able to understand. है ना? So this is the theory and so many text is written over here, but I have a very simpler way to explain you this. Okay. So now the method is, what is happening over here, let A be a any square matrix. Let A be a any square matrix. That is your step number 1. If A is an any square matrix, then what you can do is, you can directly calculate A minus lambda I determinant and make it equal to 0. A minus lambda I determinant and make it equal to 0. Ma'am, what is this? So you have A matrix. Now what you need to do is, you have to figure out A minus lambda I matrix, and then you have to take determinant out of it, equate it to 0. So the value of the determinant, if you solve the determinant, what will you get? So if your A is a 2 cross 2 matrix, then this equation will give you quadratic in lambda. If you solve this now, eventually the final is quadratic in lambda you will get. If A is a 3 cross 3 matrix, then this will give you cubic in lambda, correct? Now 4 cross 4 so we don't study. So only these two types of questions you will see, where A is a 3 cross 3 matrix or a 2 cross 2 matrix, right? So this equation will give you equation in lambda. Okay, now this equation in lambda is nothing but a polynomial equation, right? And this will be called as characteristic polynomial equation of matrix. Okay, all right. This concept is clear क्या? This concept is clear? ठीक है, let me take an example for you. Let me take an example for you. Not this, this is the general thing. हाँ. Let me just show you. Yeah. So this is the example. Okay. So there is this A matrix, right? And what they are giving is, they are already giving the polynomial equation, and they are talking about the value of what? K, correct? Okay. So what I am saying is A minus, now they are talking in X, so I will, instead of lambda, I will talk about X. So A minus Xi equals to 0. Only this you have to do, and the moment you will do it, you will get a polynomial equation. 3 cross 3 है तो cubic equation in X. or in lambda, depends what you're taking, and that will be called as what? Polynomial equation of that matrix. That's it. Okay, chalo, let's solve it out. So a minus xi, so first of all a minus xi matrix you have to figure out. A, so a matrix is 1 0 2 0 2 1 2 0 3 minus x times I is what? 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, correct? So this is going to be 1 minus, now x if you multiply it inside, x and x, correct? X I have multiplied inside, so 1 minus x, 2 minus x, 3 minus x. So what will happen is, I have a shortcut for this as well, you don't have to every time do this. Diagonal elements if you are seeing, na, so in all the diagonal elements you have to subtract x, 1 minus x, 2 minus x, 3 minus, rest everything will be as it is. So this is 0, this is 2, this is 0 again, this is 1, this is 2, this is 0, and this is your a minus xi. Now what you have to do is, you have to take determinant of it and make it 0. So determinant of a minus xi is determinant of this. Let us do that. So 1 minus x, and we are having 2 minus x, 3 minus x. Long process, I know, have patience. This minus this 0. Now 0 ka to 0, now 2. So 0 minus this, okay. So now we are having plus 2, 0 minus this, minus 2, 2 minus x, correct? Okay, so 2 minus x I can take common. So 2 minus x if I take common, I will get what? 1 minus x, 1 minus x, 3 minus x, minus 4. This is what your cubic equation. You just have to solve it out. So 2 minus x will give you, what is this? X square minus 4x plus 3 minus 4 equals to 0. So this is going to be x square minus 4x minus 1. And this is 2 minus x, or x minus 2 also we can write, because right hand side is anyway 0. So now x cube minus 4x square minus x minus 2x square plus 8x plus 2 equal to 0. X cube minus 6x square plus 7x plus 2 equals to 0. This is your final polynomial equation of matrix A. Now you can compare x cube matching, yes ma'am, and then minus 6 matching, then plus 7. K is clearly 2. This is your K. So finally the value of K is what? 2. Understood? Yes, that's how you do it. Okay. Now remember, we were talking about characteristic polynomial and characteristic equation, right? So this polynomial is called, this is called characteristic polynomial, and if you equate it to 0, you will call it as characteristic equation. You know the difference between polynomial and equation, right? So now if I talk about both the things over here, so this left hand side is a characteristic polynomial. The whole equation is a characteristic equation. Okay? Now there is one more concept associated to it, that is Cayley-Hamilton method or Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Cayley-Hamilton is a scientist who said that once you get this polynomial, or you can say equation in x or lambda, you just replace x by the matrix A. That's it. Same equation, right? So here x cube will be replaced by a cube minus 6a square plus 6a, and now plus 2 will be replaced by plus 2 identity matrix, and this is nothing but, so this is what Cayley-Hamilton say. So Cayley-Hamilton, let me go back. Yeah, Cayley-Hamilton say that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. Are you getting my point? Every square matrix. So you have this lambda wala or x wala polynomial, you already have. Now replace lambda by matrix. That means your equation is satisfying matrix only. So replacing lambda by A, and the constant term will get multiplied with identity matrix. So that's how it is. So every square matrix satisfies its characteristic equation. Just that. Just this thing. The very first line. That's it. This is your 𝘾𝙤𝙪𝙥𝙤𝙪 method. Okay. All right. So this is what we have already done. And characteristic equation, I hope we are clear. Now 𝘾𝙤𝙪𝙥𝙤𝙪 says, this is your characteristic equation. 𝘾𝙤𝙪𝙥𝙤𝙪 says, once you have that equation, now substitute capital A in that, and what will you get is easy peasy. What do you think? All right. Now using both the concepts together, what all concept? Characteristic, polynomial and 𝘾𝙤𝙪𝙥𝙤𝙪 method, they always ask you about inverse of a 2 cross 2 matrix. This is a very popular type of a question. Or you can say they will always ask you about equation having inverse of A. Yes. So basically this is nothing but, so what they are saying is 10A inverse is A minus 6I or 4I minus A. So this is actually an equation only. Now I will tell you how to get a proper equation involving A inverse using 2 cross 2 matrix, right? Okay. So yes, what we will do is A minus lambda I is equals to 0. Correct? So what will we do? Shortcut, let's apply. So 2 minus lambda and 4 minus lambda. So diagonal में से you have to remove lambda. Rest every element is as it is. Determinant equals to 0. Crisscross. Do it right away. 2 minus lambda, 4 minus lambda minus 18 equals to 0. This will be lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 8 minus 18 equals to 0. Easy peasy, right? Calculation is also easy. Minus 6 lambda minus 10 equals to 0. This is your characteristic equation. Now 𝘾𝙤𝙪𝙥𝙤𝙪 say I will replace lambda by A. So A square minus 6A minus 10 times I equals to 0. So this is till here, I think theoretical it is fine. Now you just use your brain, na? Now you just use your brain. You just use your brain. That how to achieve an equation involving inverse. So from here, what will you do? Very popular, like every time you have to do the same thing. Once you have understood now, every time you have to do the same thing. You have to multiply A inverse inside. So you multiply A square into A inverse will be A. Correct? A into A inverse will be identity. Correct? Minus 10. I into A inverse will be A inverse equals to 0. What you are looking for is 10A inverse clearly. 10A inverse is nothing but A minus 6I. That's how you calculate an equation involving inverse in a 2 cross 2 matrix, right? A minus 6I. Option A is absolutely right. Okay. And obviously, I already told you that for a 2 cross 2 matrix, you will get a quadratic. For a 3 cross 3, you will get a cubic, right? Now there is one shortcut involved. Without even doing it, I can actually calculate this equation just like that, है ना? So are we ready for the shortcut? Shortcut says that if you have a 2 cross 2 square matrix, right? So directly you can write that matrix equation without even just A minus lambda I, without even doing. How do you do that? So A square minus trace of A times A matrix plus determinant A times I is equals to 0. This is the shortcut. You will get your proper equation using this funda. What does that mean? That is the final equation. That's it. Now if I just apply it, let's do that. In the previous question, tell me what is the trace of A? What is the trace of A? Two things you will need to form this equation. trace of A and determinant of this matrix. You don't have to do everything. Okay, just tell me. So ma'am, trace of A is clearly 4 plus 2, 6. So A square minus 6, so this is 6A plus determinant of A. Tell me. So ma'am, 4 2s are 8 minus 9 2s are 18. So 8 minus 18. So minus 10 times I equals to 0. Can you see, by just looking at the determinant without even doing anything, you can get your equation. Now you multiply it with A inverse and you will get your answer, right? Yes, very important shortcut. The same shortcut was applicable in JEE Main 2024. Okay, all right, clear? Now, let us do a similar type of question for a 3 cross 3. Okay? Let us do a similar type of question for a 3 cross 3. So now we have A, we have I, we have this, and what we are looking for is this value. Again, it is actually, the shortcut is obviously there for your cube, so that is going to be A cube minus trace of A square, plus some constant A, right, and minus determinant A times I. This is your equation for 3 cross 3, है ना? So now in 3 cross 3, this trace A is having negative sign, please remember, and determinant A is having negative sign. In 2 cross 2, if I talk about the shortcut now, in 2 cross 2, trace A is negative, but this is positive. Okay? So in here, like in 3 cross 3, if you have to apply the shortcut now, then you can't just get the whole equation by using this shortcut, but you can still get a few parameters out of it. Okay, now you're looking for A inverse, right? So let us multiply A inverse. So A square minus trace of A inverse, if you multiply, you will get A, plus whatever some constant will be there, A inverse will be I, minus determinant A, and A inverse equals to 0. Let us put the value. Let us put the value. So now trace A. Tell me what is trace A. So trace of A is 4, 5, 6, correct? And trace of A is this, and what is determinant A? Determinant A is 4 plus 6, so 6. Determinant A is also 6. So A square minus 6A plus something identity minus 6A inverse equals to 0. Now kya chahiye? What do we want? A inverse. So let us shift this. So A square minus 6A plus something identity is equals to 6A inverse. This 6 will be gone on the left hand side. So this is what you're going to get. If we compare, can you clearly see that C, the value of C is minus 6. The value of C is minus 6, right? So obviously we will go with which? This is wrong and this is also wrong. So either out of A and C, right? But this we cannot get, so we need to go into the proper method. What is the proper method? A minus lambda I equals to 0. So this is your A matrix, A minus lambda I. So what we need to do is subtract lambda, lambda, lambda from the diagonal, rest everything will be same. Now expand it. So you will get what? 1 minus lambda, it is very easy. 1 minus lambda, this cross this, that's it. If you open it, you will get a cubic equation in lambda, very easy, not very difficult. And now the final value is A cube minus 6A square plus 11A minus 6I equals to 0, correct? A inverse ka multiplication if you do, A square minus 6A plus 11I minus 6A inverse equals to 0. Shift it towards the right hand side. So that is going to give you plus 11I 1 by 6 A inverse, right? So minus 6 and 11. Option C is absolutely right. Clear? Okay. है ना? So again, can you see the same thing? We are doing it again and again. All right. Yes. So this was all about system of linear equations, from where you will get +4 marks sure shot. I have already told you multiple times. Second, characteristic polynomial, characteristic equation, and Cayley-Hamilton method. Okay. So we will end the session over here, right here. This is me, Namrata, signing off. And before signing off, I have an information to share with you all. And that information is right on your screen. That if you're looking for classes for JEE Main 2025 or 2026, live batches are going on our offline centers. To know about it more and know about your nearest offline center, what you have to do is you have to click the link which is given in the description box, and everything will be crystal clear to you. For any further doubts, what you can do is drop a comment in the chat box, in the comment section. Okay, so this is me, Namrata, signing off. I'll see you all